deep into Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about strategies used by figures from like Genghis Khan to P.T. Barnum.
Right.
Today we're going to uncover how to grab attention, when to like vanish, and why playing on people's desires can be the ultimate power move.
And the best part is Greene doesn't tell you what to think.
Oh.
He just lays out these laws.
Okay.
Often with like a really juicy historical example.
Okay.
And then he lets you decide how to use them.
It's like he's giving you a look behind the curtain and saying, this is how the world really works. What are you going to do with this knowledge?
Exactly.
So first up, let's talk about the art of attention. Law 6. It's all about grabbing that attention relentlessly.
Yeah.
Greene uses that story of Count Lustig. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
The guy who sold the Eiffel Tower.
Twice.
Like
what's so fascinating about Lustig is he understood the power of mystery.
Oh.
He wasn't just like selling a landmark. He was selling this whole story, this image of himself as this like larger than life character. And people bought it.
It's true. The more mysterious someone is, the more you want to figure them out.
Exactly. And it's not even just about being mysterious. It's about, taking control of the narrative.
Oh.
Law 25, recreate yourself. Argues that you can create the persona that gets you what you want. Okay. Think about like Amandine Dupin de Franco.
Okay.
She took on that male persona, George Sand, to get literary fame.
Wow. She created a whole new identity just to
totally
get around the limitations of the time.
Exactly.
It makes you wonder, what are we limited by today?
Right.
That we could completely rewrite.
Now you're thinking like Greene.
But sometimes it's not enough to just get the attention you have to make it look
effortless. Yeah.
Law 30.
Exactly.
It's all about that.
Remember the story of the Japanese tea master Sen no Rikyu?
Oh, yeah.
His snow-covered garden paths?
It's like, this perfectly manicured winter wonderland, I just woke up like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He understood that people are drawn to those who make the difficult look easy.
It's like an illusion of mastery.
Yes.
Okay, so we've talked about grabbing attention.
Yeah.
But what about knowing when to, hold back?
Right.
That feels counterintuitive.
That's where, strategic retreat comes in.
Okay.
Greene has a lot to say about this.
Okay.
Law 16, use absence to increase respect and honor. This argues that sometimes making yourself scarce makes you even more desirable.
Interesting.
Like Queen Elizabeth at keeping all those suitors on the hook.
Oh, yeah.
Never quite giving them what they wanted.
It's like playing hard to get, but on another level.
Exactly. By maintaining a little distance,
yeah,
you keep them guessing, what is she up to?
It's true.
You control the game.
Okay, that makes sense.
And there's Law 17.
Okay.
Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability.
That sounds a little intimidating.
It does.
Yeah.
But think about it. Predictability is boring.
True.
When you're strategically unpredictable, like Stonewall Jackson during the Civil War,
right,
you keep your opponents guessing.
Yeah.
And that gives you an advantage.
Don't be afraid to shake things up a little bit.
Within reason, of course.
Of course.
And finally, there's Law 20, do not commit to anyone.
Okay.
Now, this doesn't mean being a lone wolf.
Right.
But it means maintaining your freedom and your flexibility.
Right.
Not getting bogged down in other people's agendas.
So you're saying it's more about, strategically not being tied down?
Exactly.
Okay.
Didn't Isabella d'Este use this in Renaissance Italy?
Yeah. Playing all those powerful figures against each other to protect her city?
Exactly. She refused to be a pawn.
She's like, I'm playing my own game.
Exactly. She knew that true power came from staying neutral, keeping her options open.
Wow.
It makes you think. How often do we get pulled into situations where staying neutral would be the most powerful thing we could do?
It really makes you think about all those times that you felt pressured to choose a side.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that brings us to another fascinating aspect of power. Understanding human nature.
Oh, okay.
Greene spent a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
Exploring how desire, envy, and the power of suggestion can be used to your advantage.
It's funny, we often think of power as this straightforward thing, like get to the top and that's it.
Right.
But Greene is saying it's way more nuanced than that.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
In fact, some of the most important laws are about
oh, really?
What happens after you get that success.
Okay.
And the dangers that come with it.
The dangers of success. Okay, so what are some of those dangers?
Well, let's take Law 40, despise the free lunch.
Okay.
This one shows how tempting it is to get something for nothing.
Yeah.
But Greene says these freebies always have hidden costs.
So it's like a shortcut.
Yeah.
That could actually be a lot longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that saying, too good to be true.
Right, right.
Remember Yellow Kid Weil?
Oh, yeah. The con artist.
Right.
What did he do?
He made these elaborate schemes that cost people a fortune.
Oh, man.
But he knew that by making them pay,
Yeah.
it actually made the con more appealing.
So even in getting conned, we value things more when we feel like we've invested in it.
Exactly.
Even if it's a bad investment.
It's powerful how the human mind works.
That's wild. Okay, so what's another danger?
Another one Greene talks about is trying to follow in someone else's footsteps.
Okay.
Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes.
Okay.
It's like a warning
Okay.
that trying to be the next big thing,
Yeah.
especially when that big thing was already done by someone else,
Right.
that's just asking for disappointment.
Like trying to be the next Beatles.
Exactly.
Good luck.
Greene uses King Louis the X5 of France.
Okay.
He was after his great-grandfather, Louis XIV.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a tough act to follow.
The Sun King, I can't imagine.
Right.
Trying to be as good as that guy.
And that brings us to what's probably the biggest warning, Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop.
Okay.
It's about knowing that even winning is dangerous.
What do you mean?
You hit your goal,
Yeah.
but then that success,
Yeah.
it's intoxicating.
Right.
It can make you reach too far.
So sometimes the most powerful thing is walking away.
Exactly.
Wow.
The guy who built the Persian Empire,
Okay.
Cyrus the Great,
Okay.
he was a brilliant military leader,
Uh-huh.
but he was ambitious,
Yeah.
and meant he pushed his army too far east.
So even the best can make mistakes.
It's a good reminder that we're all human.
It's true. It makes all these laws feel very human.
Right.
Because it's not just about manipulating others.
Yeah.
It's about knowing ourselves.
That's a great point.
Right.
It's what makes Greene so good.
Yeah.
He can make these historical figures
Right.
and their strategies feel real.
Totally. It's like he's giving us this decoder ring
Right.
for how to understand everything.
Exactly.
But he doesn't tell us what to do with it.
That's what makes his work so interesting.
Yeah.
He gives you these powerful tools.
Right.
And you can use them however you want.
Wow. Okay, so we've been talking about all these laws,
Yeah.
seeing how they work in history.
Right.
But what about like now?
Right.
What about our lives today?
That's what's so cool about Greene.
Yeah.
These laws, they never get old.
Okay.
Think about that Law 6, court attention at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
You see that in the business world all the time.
Totally. It's like every company is trying to be the loudest one.
Yeah, they're all fighting for your attention.
Exactly.
A big brand, launch a new product.
Uh-huh.
It's all about grabbing onto that attention and not letting go.
Grabbing that attention.
And Law 25, recreate yourself.
Yeah.
Companies are always doing that too.
What do you mean?
Changing their image. Finding a new thing to focus on.
Right.
Building up their CEO.
It's like they're saying, hey, we're not who you thought we were. We're this now.
Exactly.
Right.
Hoping you'll be curious enough to see what they become.
I see what you're saying. And don't forget, Law 30, make it look easy.
Oh, yeah.
All those successful companies, their products or services, they make them seem so easy to use.
Totally.
Like this crazy technology. A caveman could do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hiding all that work that went into it.
Yeah.
All those years of research.
So it's more appealing.
Right.
Okay. But it's not just marketing, right?
No.
These laws can be helpful for like negotiating too.
Totally. Even just navigating through life.
What about Law 16? Use absence to increase respect and honor.
Yeah.
That seems risky.
It can be.
Right.
You got to use it, right?
Like in a negotiation.
Exactly.
Walking away from a bad deal.
It shows them you're serious.
You're basically saying, hey, I'm valuable. My time is important.
Exactly.
Bold.
It is. But remember, Greene's thing is all about making calculated moves.
Right.
And Law 17, cultivate an air of unpredictability.
Oh, yeah. What about that one?
Huge for business.
Okay.
It keeps your competition guessing.
They're like, what are they going to do next?
Exactly. You use that element of surprise to your advantage.
That's a good one. Okay, so what about Law 20?
Do not commit to anyone.
Do not commit to anyone.
For business, this means
Yeah.
not getting locked into deals.
Oh, okay, so you're saying.
Keep your options open.
And keep your freedom.
Exactly. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
We've talked business.
Yeah.
What about politics?
Oh, man. Politics is full of this stuff.
Totally. Give me an example.
Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim.
Okay.
Politicians use that one all the time.
How so?
They try to connect with voters, make themselves seem relatable.
I'm just like you, I understand.
Right. Create a sense of vulnerability.
That's smart. And then there's what, Law 27?
Play on people's need to believe.
Play on people's need to believe. That's a big one with politics.
Huge. People want something to believe in.
They want to believe in a cause and a leader.
And charismatic leaders, they take advantage of that.
Right.
Giving people that vision of a better future.
I get it. Okay, last one, Law 36.
Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge.
Disdain things you cannot have. So in politics, sometimes the best response
is no response.
It's true. Especially with social media these days.
It's like that saying, don't feed the trolls.
Right, because sometimes saying nothing takes all the power away.
Exactly. But remember,
yeah,
these are just tools.
Okay.
How we use them.
Right.
That's what matters.
That's where it gets really interesting. So Greene is kind of showing us what people are really like.
It's like he's holding up a mirror.
Exactly.
Showing us all sides, the good, the bad.
It's true. And he's not saying be good or be bad.
He's just saying, this is how it is.
What are you going to do about it?
Right.
Wow, this has been a really interesting look into the 48 laws of power.
It has.
What's your biggest takeaway?
I'd say it's that knowledge is power, for sure.
Right.
But knowing yourself, that's how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Greene's book isn't about using these laws to trick people.
Yeah.
It's about understanding how they work.
So we can use them ourselves.
Exactly. Or protect ourselves from them.
That's a really good point. This isn't about becoming some master manipulator.
No.
It's about being more aware.
Exactly. Being more aware in life.
And who knows, maybe if we know these laws,
yeah,
we can change the game.
Right.
Wow, that is a really powerful thought.
Yes.
Thank you for this amazing deep dive.
Of course.
So to everyone listening,
yeah,
keep your eyes open and stay sharp.
The game is always on.
Just make sure you're the one in control.